Hello, my name is Rebecca Gavan, and I'm your host for this show called BekahsConstellaion.
I'm here at Hometown Media Awards reception.
Oh, another one.
BekahsConstellaion, National Give Back for Kids Campaign Inc., BronxNet TV, Bronx, New York.
Constellation is a group of stars forming a recognizable pattern. My stars will share their creative ideas, community service plans,
just walked to Canada from the United States. Okay. We're here on Burrard Street in Canada, and we're bike riding. Woo!
Lift every voice and sing.
Michael Blake was responsible for the grassroots efforts with electing our country's first African-American president, Barack Obama. Currently, he is an assemblyman in the 79th District in the Bronx and is the vice chair for the Democratic National Committee. He's also my godfather.
Bronx Black History Makers!
Lift every voice and sing.
We are here at 1520 Cedric Avenue, universally recognized as the birthplace of hip-hop. 1520 Cedric Avenue in the Bronx was where the legendary DJ Kool Herc invented blending the break part in records.
This is DJ Kool Herc, the father of hip-hop. This is going out to my man.
First stop on the road to the White House, and welcome to a CNN Democratic presidential candidate town hall with Senator Kamala Harris. I'm Jake Tapper. We're here at beautiful Drake University for the first major event of the 2020 presidential election. The all-important Iowa caucuses are just over 1 year away. Lindsay Hornbaker, she is a graduate student in mental health counseling here at Drake University.
Okay.
Lindsay, your question for the senator.
Good evening.
Hi, Lindsay.
Senator Harris, racism has always been a problem in the United States, and the current administration relies heavily on fear-based tactics to justify racist policies that are further segregating us as a nation. We're creating an environment where people feel emboldened to say and do harmful things to people of color, to immigrants, and to the LGBTQ community. As the president of a new administration, what would you plan to do to make America safer for these people?
Right. Thanks for that question, Lindsay. And you're right. You know, this is something, to the point of your question, that has always been in America. You know, we have to speak truths about this. Racism is real in America. Sexism, anti-Semitism, homophobia, transphobia, these things exist in America, and we have to speak truth that they do so that we can deal with them. But we have seen in the last 2 years that there has been new fuel that is lighting that fire in a way that has been harmful, in a way that we have seen when Charlottesville and a woman was killed, that we've had a president who basically said, well, there were equal sides to this. We have seen what happened at the Tree of Life Synagogue. And so we know that hate is something that in the history of our country and currently fuels not only dissension and division, but is actually can lead to death. And so we have to take it seriously. And here's how I feel about it. And I feel this very strongly. The vast majority of us have so much more in common than what separates us. And how I would lead on this issue is, one, to start from that place in my heart, in my soul, which is knowing that when a mother goes to sleep at night, whatever her race, wherever she lives, whatever her socioeconomic condition, she goes to sleep at night with the same concerns. Those mothers go to sleep at night worrying about their babies and their health, worrying about the parents and their health, whether they can get a job, keep a job, pay the bills by the end of the month, retire with dignity. If she's a young student, can she pay off those student loans? The vast majority of us have so much more in common than what separates us. And we need leadership in this country that recognizes that and understands that, and also understands it is against who we are as Americans in terms of our values and in terms of what we aspire to be, to ever fuel that kind of division in our country. And enough with these powerful forces that are trying to sow hate and division among us. That is not reflective of who we are as Americans. And we need leadership that recognizes who we are in our hearts and our souls, which is that we do think of ourselves and know ourselves to have more in common than what separates us. But there's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work to do. And we certainly, it's going to start with the top, and not fueling the kind of division that we have seen.
On that note, you have made